feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. Build a seed with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to another edition of Sports Report Fight Night. We tell some pro wrestling. Who is watching TV in the
Me,
background?
I got it. Hey, I'm doing research for the show. I'm still watching NXT so we can talk about it.
Okay.
And I am sacrificing myself and brain cells by watching
like watching the Kid Alliance is a sacrifice.
Huh?
Like watching the Kid Alliance is a
She
sacrifice.
wasn't on today.
She
wasn't on today.
That's a joy. That's a joy and a want to.
She wasn't on today.
Come on now.
The best thing I got is I'm getting to watch Mandy Rhodes right now defend her championship.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's introduce everybody. First, let me go down here. Josie, what is up with you other than playing TV with the show going?
Show with the TV and the thing. Man, just watched some wrestling. I've been watching. We're going to talk about it coming up in the main topic tonight. Because I've been watching. I'm getting ready for Mania season and Rumble. I'm pumped. That's my favorite time of year to be a wrestling fan. Mania and Rumble, and even when I wasn't watching the product, still excited for Rumble every year. And so I've been going back and watching old Rumbles and old Manias, and we're going to talk about is the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era, the golden age of wrestling that a lot of the wrestling fans our age would say it was? Or is it just really cringy now? We're going to talk about it. But I'm excited to be here for another week. Heads up right now. I don't know if these gentlemen are going to do a show or not. I will not be here next week. I will be seeing and spending time with my daughter. So
Very good. Very good.
Awesome.
Very good. All right, let me bring on the next part of the crew. Let me bring my man Stacks. Stacks, what's up?
What's going on, everybody? How are we doing tonight?
Chilling, man, chilling.
I hear you.
All right.
We're infesting Stacks, man. Like he's got that bug back again. Because I'm telling you, Stacks, give me an estimate.
So,
How many hours of wrestling do you think you watched this past week?
oh wow, it was a lot. I mean, granted, I caught Raw on Hulu, but
So you watched Raw.
I watched Raw.
Did you watch SmackDown?
I did not. I was working, so I didn't get a chance to watch
Okay.
SmackDown.
Did you watch AEW?
I watched a little bit of that, and I watched Impact all the way through.
And
So,
did you watch Rampage? Hey,
I did
don't be
not.
changing. That was our new logo.
I
There,
did not.
buddy. Changing things. Will?
I don't think I'm to bring stuff in, but if you want to change it back, feel more than free.
Oh, you're working on pulling stuff over?
Yeah, I was gonna try to, but
I don't think you can.
You have to just reload it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and get everything started here. Let's go ahead and get the show started. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on the channel, the Sports Report over on YouTube. Definitely give us a follow over there. Get caught up
Follow
on
us on
everything.
Facebook.
Yes, Facebook as well. All right, let's go
gotta
ahead
say
and get
this real
started.
quick.
Go ahead.
Gotta say this real quick. Welcome to Erica, our new producer and social media assistant. Like, I'm so excited.
Welcome indeed.
Welcome.
I'm so excited that it doesn't all fall on me.
Welcome indeed. All right, let's go ahead and get started, guys. First, we're gonna get started with marks who watch wrestling.
Ready?
Yeah, that's y'all two right there.
I'm finding it. I'm finding it. If you can't tell, I'm going with kind of a retro vibe over here, and I'm really feeling it.
Yes, you are.
Oh, she won!
Let's go.
Yes, she won!
I just saw that. That's solid.
Mandy Rose is no longer champion.
She is no longer.
Good. Who beat her?
Well, that starts off the marks to watch wrestling.
Who beat her?
Alert. What was it?
Yeah.
Electrifier? Something.
Yeah.
Something
The
fire.
redhead. Yeah, let's go.
She looked like she looked like Kylan King from AEW.
Yes. Yes. Boy, Josie, that really goes to show how much we've been paying attention last 3 weeks.
Okay, and that'll tell you right now, I spent almost that whole show making that intro. So I was paying attention, but I'm sorry, guys. Like, other than we are watching the Carmelo West match next week because we're both want to see that.
Yeah, that's
going to be enjoying good. Impact. This right here was NXT, the best episode. NXT.
Yeah.
This right here was the best episode we've seen in 3 weeks.
Yep.
And that was because it was mostly championship matches. The Braun Breaker match was good. Braun is good. I do see why people like him. Braun is talented. I would say he's actually better on. He's definitely better on the mic than his dad. He's got more of the charisma of his uncle, which is good. Scott was not terrible on the mic. Whatever people want to say, he was not terrible on the mic, even though being terrible on the mic is what kind of made him not terrible on the mic. It was just because he'd say some crazy shit like Steiner math. But he's not bad on the mic. And honestly, for a guy like that, NXT was the right way to go because NXT is a create a wrestler factory. They took create a wrestler out of the video game and made it real. Like you can take anybody and put them in the NXT camp. If they're in, especially like they do, and they're athletic and they're sports, they can make you a WWE wrestler. They can. I fully believe that anybody who's athletic could walk into the performance center and be turned into a WWE wrestler.
Believe that if you want to, but okay.
You don't think so?
Nope.
I'm not talking a pro wrestler. I'm talking a WWE wrestler.
I still say no. I still say no. Because not everybody's gonna get that style of wrestling. Not everybody's gonna get it. I mean, you look at Umos right now. He ain't got it since he been there.
He never went to NXT.
That's true.
NXT.
But he worked with AJ Styles, and he still ain't got it.
And he's better than what he was before AJ Styles.
AJ Styles can't help what that man don't have.
Exactly.
That also goes to. I'm sorry. That also goes to tall men like that have usually just are going to come off very clumsy, and especially no hit to him or anything, but with his accent, it's hard for him to talk, and MVP really hasn't added anything to him in my personal opinion. But
that's my point. They can't turn this to anybody.
But that's, again, he did not go to NXT. But that's what they try to do with NXT. With the new NIL deals. They bring in, well, not so much now with Triple H in charge. It's not going to be just that. They're going to do both. But Vince, that's what he was trying to do. Any athlete, non-wrestler, give him. I could create a wrestler. That's basically what he's doing.
So what he tried to do, and
I mean, look at Casey Catanzaro. She was an American Ninja Warrior. So
needle in a haystack, Josie. Needle in a haystack.
I don't believe she will ever be anything but a mid card on the main roster, if that. I don't believe it. But NXT otherwise. Stacks, what'd you think of that promo?
Oh my God. Well, first of all, I don't even remember the lady's name that gave the promo. So how sad is that? That's number one. Number two, it drawn on for days. And I think I fell asleep with my eyes open for about five seconds, and then I woke up. So
and then other than that, you had that match. You had me and Stacks really didn't focus on the Mandy Rose match that much.
Yeah, no.
So it's just, this will be my final thought on it, and Stacks is going to agree with me because we've talked about it. The worst thing about NXT that needs to change right now, take Booker T off that freaking table.
Right now. Triple H, call that man. Call that man. Give him his walking papers. That man needs to go. That man is not built. He would be not built for commentary.
Because honestly, other than he made it all about him doing that promo on stage was better than anything he did behind the table all night. I would rather have seen him do a 10-minute promo every episode than be behind the table. Because when it comes, Booker's energy is too high for the table all the time. He's like Don West.
Josie, if you would have watched the beginning of NXT and the Braun Breaker match, that man ruined that match.
I saw it. I turned on just in time. Like when you posted that in our chat, I had been in watching it for like 5 minutes, and I had just had that thought. I was like, man, Booker's killing this match.
Yeah, and the crowd, and the sad part is that crowd was hype. Like for most of the night.
Yeah, they're always hype.
Yeah, and he just didn't feed into the crowd at all.
Always hype.
Yep. More so tonight, though, Will? I thought, than the last few weeks.
What were you saying, Will?
I was just gonna say he's better off when he's better off on his podcast. If you go listen to his podcast is great.
I think he would be better as a manager.
But behind the desk is a different story. It's a different skill set. You're somewhat restricted in what you can do and what you can say, and it's different. It's completely different, and he doesn't need to be there. As much as I love the guy, he doesn't need to be on anybody's commentator desk. Like I say, stuff in the back, promos in the ring, podcasting. I got you. He's perfect for that because he has that high energy level. But when it comes to commentating, nope.
I will say though, they let him have free reign tonight. I mean, that man was saying anything and everything he wanted for as long as he wanted, and
that man free reign.
And then they announced this new match, which they announced it almost sounds like an Impact King of the Mountain match. So 2 competitors start in the ring, and every 2 minutes, was it, Stacks?
Yes, every 2 minutes. I believe,
a competitor will come in the ring. It's a 25-minute match in total, and you win by getting the most amount of pinfalls in that 25 minutes. But if you get pinfallen, you have to go into a penalty box for 90 seconds. Does this not sound like King of the Mountain?
Nope, sure I don't.
It doesn't from Impact?
It don't really sound like it. Something ain't right.
It sounds like it to me. It sounds like the penalty box sounds.
Bro, this ain't hot.
That's what they do. Good one, Will. The penalty box is what they do in King of the Mountain in Impact.
I know, but it's still, no.
It's similar, other than they took that. You can't tell me they didn't take that penalty box from the King of the Mountain idea.
I ain't watching that. I ain't watching that.
I want to watch it just to see, because I've never liked the Impact version. I think it's too much. I want to watch it just to see if NXT can do it better.
What kind of name is that?
What?
Alba Fire?
Alba Fire. That's the new NXT Women's Champion.
Yeah. Yeah.
But all right.
Firecross.
So that's my final say.
What the hell is supposed to be?
On NXT. I want to move on.
She said like an anime supervillain.
Oh man, they've got a fucking Batman villain now building that's debuting next week. So all right, I want to move on because Stacks watched his first episode of Impact in how many years, Stacks?
Dude, a long time. Probably since I was like 9 or 10 years old, honestly.
Dang, how old are you?
I'm 28.
No
29.
way.
Yeah, I'm like 28, 29. Yeah.
Wow, dang.
Yeah. Dang. So I was probably like, maybe 12, but I can't remember, but maybe 12. I'll say 12 since I was 12, probably.
So, we're going to talk about this kind of throughout the episode because we both have wrestlers that we want to talk about specifically on this episode, but what'd you think, Stacks?
Yeah, we talked about it in the back there. I thought at best it was a 6, but I will preface by saying that I didn't know.
Still new.
Yeah, it's still new. It was kind of like NXT when we first watched it. I wasn't quite sure, so I'm just dipping my toes in the water. But
more recognizable faces. There are more recognizable faces.
Correct. That is true. Heath Slater. Those guys. Yeah, for sure. Mickey James, obviously. And then I can't remember that one dude, the bald guy. He's in that faction. He was in a tag team.
Oh, Eric Young.
Yes.
He's Sanity.
Yes.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. I don't mean to cut y'all off. You mean to tell me they took this chick, repackaged her, and brought her back?
Who?
Oh, Kaylee Ray.
That's who that is?
Kaylee Ray, I'm sorry. How the hell you gonna...
Kaylee Ray?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't surprise me. That's what they do.
That's rough.
I mean, look at Casey Catanzaro, or whatever her name is now.
Mm-hmm.
They just say repackage.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eric Young. That's who you're talking about.
Yes, that guy. Yes. What was the name of that tag team? I forget. They were in NXT. What was the name of that tag team?
He was the leader of a faction, Sanity.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Sanity. That was him and Nikki Cross and
Cross. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. Fair enough.
So what was your favorite? We're going to talk about the wrestler that you enjoyed the most later.
Yeah, absolutely.
But what was your favorite moment, I guess? You told me in the back, actually.
Yeah, I did. Obviously, we'll get to it later, but the Mike Bailey and Trey Miguel match was pretty solid up until
solid workers, period.
Yeah, two solid workers, period. And then, also I kind of enjoyed the Giselle and Grace match at the end there. It was a slugfest.
I was impressed by Giselle Shaw in that match. I have to say.
Absolutely.
But
yeah.
I've got to say this too, Will. Your girl is getting the skill of being able to put on an amazing match with anyone. Like, she is so good in that ring and just makes anybody who stands across from her look amazing. Because Giselle looked great in that match. Jordan looked great in that match until she got her head smashed in by Masha, who she's facing again in a last man standing match. Will think Jordan might be losing that title.
I don't think so.
The only reason I say you might be right is because the match is at Overdrive, which is just one of their Impact pay-per-views. Like it's not a pay-per-view, it's a premium event. What did you just send me?
Check out Facebook. Now I'll give you credit. She was the UK champ for almost forever, but I just can't believe you let her.
I mean, that's who she took the title from too, right? The UK title to merge them.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it makes sense.
Man, I'm not.
I'm
happy that Manny lost. Don't get me wrong, but still.
Honestly, Will, is someone who's watched it. I don't know. I couldn't pick a woman who's strong enough to take it. Off the NXT roster. Stacks?
Yeah, that's a fair assessment just based off what we've watched. I don't know who else. I don't know who else you would put in line for that. To be honest, yeah, I agree.
So, what do you think of the Mickie James last rodeo? They're calling it.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, obviously, it just makes you wonder if at some point she loses here.
She'll get the title, I think.
You think she gets the title? You think
that's
so?
The goal. Ultimate goal is to work her way back up from the bottom all the way back to the title.
All the way back to the title. That's fair. Yeah, no, I mean, she still looks good for however old she is now. She's still out there kicking ass, like you said. Yeah,
late 40s, I think.
I was gonna guess that, like 45 or something. Yeah, she looked really good. So,
do you believe? Do you say his name and he appears? I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
I couldn't freaking believe what I was watching when that dude came out. I was like, what in this shit is this? That was my first thought, Josie. My first thought. What the hell is this?
You can see the little oozes of heel too. Like he's just so full of himself. But I don't know. I really enjoy it. In London, in Paris, in
Tokyo. Yeah, it is catchy though. It is catchy, Josie.
He is the new digital media champion, taking the title off of Brian Myers.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're about him and Matt Cardona are probably about to be tag champs. So, what else?
Did you see? Did you see the? Not to go back to her, but I thought it was kind of good. The Giselle Shaw little video that her social
man, that drove me
that her,
crazy. I hated
that
that.
that her social media manager put up. I thought that was pretty clever, just because and so obviously just from the outside looking in, I haven't watched this before, so I was like, oh, okay, she's obviously a heel because they're editing people's comments and putting her name in it. So I thought it was clever.
Yeah, I get the. I do agree with what you're saying. I do.
Yeah.
What else? What do you think? Do you think Bully Ray is really? Do you understand what's going on there yet?
I mean, kinda.
Okay.
I mean, my first thought was, oh, gee, a tables match. Oh, who could have guessed? Who couldn't have guessed this happening?
So right now, what the storyline is he's got that call your shot gauntlet. He says he's gonna, for once in his life, do the right thing and not take the easy way, not just like take it when he's down. He's going to wait. He's going to cash in at their next big pay-per-view.
The next big one.
I can't think of the name of it right now. And he says that, but there's been some jumpings and like everybody keeps telling him don't trust Bully Ray, things like that. So
got it. Yeah, no, I was just kind of like, oh, gee, Bully Ray in a tables match. How
that was his first Impact match since 2014. First singles Impact match since 2014.
No, he looks rough though, don't you think, Josie? He looks rough. I think.
I mean, he's in his 50s.
Yeah, no doubt. It just kind of reminded me of the wrestler a little bit, Maybe not. Maybe not to that. Maybe that's a little heavy, but
that was Ric Flair. I'm sorry, that was Ric Flair.
Fair. Well, that's fair, but I'm just saying. Either way, I think he looks a little rough.
Or HBK, like I said earlier.
Yeah,
on our little thing.
That's
age
also.
like.
Man, she didn't win.
She didn't win.
No. Nope.
Oh. Boo.
Nope.
I thought she did.
Josie breaking fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Fake wrestling news.
She ain't there yet. She let me see. Fire crashes the ladder. Issa Dawn appears behind Fire on the ladder. Fire turns around and sees Dawn. Dawn spits in Fire's face and pushes her off the ladder. Fire crashes through the table. The referee starts to count. Fire can't answer the count. Winner and still NXT Women's Champion.
Another match.
Mandy Rose.
They'll have another match at Deadline.
Yeah. That'll be a great pay-per-view. Me and Josie will be sitting in our houses watching that one. My eyes will be glued to the television.
I'm upset. I'm gonna admit I'm not gonna be able to watch Full Throttle this weekend as it is. All right, so that was Impact. So, Stacks is gonna keep watching. We're gonna watch Overdrive this Friday.
I liked it. Yeah. Yeah.
You actually enjoyed this. Like
I did enjoy it. I thought the beginning with like I didn't quite understand what was going on out there with the rocks and they were hitting, it kind of reminded me of the Undertaker at WrestleMania a little bit.
The rocks.
Yeah, that they were like in the desert or something and he had a shovel or whatever the case.
Thing.
Yeah.
That has to do with the closing of a storyline with Honor No More, which was the thing when they brought in a bunch of Ring of Honor guys when Ring of Honor closed.
But don't you think it kind of remind you of Undertaker's last match there?
Oh yeah, but
Impact
was doing cinematic before. Like that's kind of their thing.
That's their thing.
Cinematic matches, they kind of do that every once in a while.
They're famous for that, aren't they?
I wouldn't say famous. And nothing Impact does is
They're
famous because it's
infamous.
on
They're
NBC.
infamous. They're infamous.
It's on Access TV.
True.
So,
Yeah.
all right. Moving
that
on.
was Impact.
So I still don't
When
have
is deadline?
Huh?
When is deadline?
December 31st, I believe. I think it's like that's the whole point.
They're gonna go at it again.
That's the whole point. Is it's like the last day. But so moving on. Highlights. What did we see this week? What caught your eye? What'd you like?
Can we start with what we didn't like?
Yeah.
Go for it,
Actually,
Will.
yeah.
What's up?
This
Let's
is
start with
about
what we didn't
just
like.
news and wrestling. Whatever you want to talk about, Will.
Tyrus wanted the
I knew that was going to
NWA World Heavyweight Championship. The man is literally a metric ton. The man is a black stain on this sport. And you mean to tell me you don't want to put it on Matt
Will
Cardova?
don't like him because he's a black Trump supporter.
You don't want to put it on Matt Cardova. I'm not a Trump supporter. You don't like.
I said Tyrus is a black Trump supporter.
He is.
Will don't like him because he's a black Trump supporter.
No, I don't like him at all. I've never liked him.
I understand.
I've never liked him. Thought his gimmick was dumb. But you mean to tell me?
So's Marcus Pouncey, apparently. Anyway.
You mean to tell me you want to put it on Matt Cardova? You don't want to put it back on Nick Aldis, but you put it on him. What is your reason for that?
It could have gone back to Trevor Murdoch. Murdoch is better than Tyrus.
Yeah, but you ain't saying much.
I disagree.
Trevor's all right. Let me stop hating on Trevor. He all right. He's better than Tyrus. He's more marketable than Tyrus too. But
he's a wrestler.
Yes,
he is a wrestler.
Yes,
this is my thing about Trevor Murdoch. He is the reincarnation of Harley Race. No fluff, no anything. And honestly, if he were in a bigger place like Impact, he could be marketed, or not like Impact, like AEW. He could be marketed like FTR is. He's vintage. He's not a lot of show. He is just a wrestler. He goes out there, he punches, he hits, he grapples, he throws people around. Like, he is a true pure wrestler. That's probably why he doesn't catch your eye very much, because he's not the eye catching.
No, he's not fluffing
He's
stuff.
not Aldis. He's not flashy like Cardona. So I agree with you. Of that match, Cardona was your best option.
Yep. What's
What do
the
you
purpose?
think, Zach?
What's the purpose of putting it on Tyra? What's the purpose? What's the payoff? Other than it might have been in his contract for a title run.
And if you don't know, Stacks,
Right.
Tyrus is Brodus Clay or Brody Clay from WWE.
From
The
WWE.
Funkasaurus.
The Thunkosaurus, baby.
Yeah.
Man, I miss that guy with that, man. That was great. Well,
I hated him.
I didn't like him either.
I thought it was kind of clever, but then again, that's a
It actually is
for another day.
I don't like that because I didn't like him because he brought Cameron, and I don't like Cameron up here talking about some. Well, me and Cameron's got personal issues. Talking about something. I don't date black man, but you a sister. But anyway, I'm gonna shove that for later. Go ahead, give us your opinion, Stack.
Yeah, no, I would concur with you guys on that. Yeah, basically, with that, yeah, no doubt. That's where I'm at. I agree with Josie.
What did I miss?
That gets
I
me,
might glitched out for a second.
and the thing that gets me, no one can answer that. I even put this to other wrestling groups. No one can answer my question. What's the payoff? What does NWA?
You just
get
got
for
because
this?
you don't know. You just
There's
don't.
I don't see any benefit, and he's transitional. That's the first thing, which is a good thing. But I just don't see what the payoff is with them. I mean, he looks like he's a metric ton. A metric ton. He's different. And before people sound body shaming, go back and look at your previous champions. Look at Nick Aldis. Look at Matt Cardova. Great shape, highly marketable, good on the mic. Does Tyrus give you any of that at all?
And see, even if you go again back to Trevor Murdoch, he at least gives you 2 out of
Gives
the
you 2
3.
of them. At least he gives you 2.
Right.
But Tyrus, man, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. And if y'all want to say I'm hating, then I'm hating, but I just don't see it.
I don't, because I don't disagree with you at all.
Yeah,
I saw that and I was like, really?
Yeah.
Tyrus is a champion? Holding the 10, like we were just talking about last week, how the 10 pounds of gold is iconic. And
10 pounds of gold is supposed to be something that's considered greatness because it's one of the it's the original. It's considered the original.
When people refer to even AEW, when they refer to their world title as the world's title, it actually bugs me just a little bit. Because in my brain, there is only one true world's title, and that is the 10 pounds of gold.
Tyrus don't even fit with previous NWA champions. Look at how many great NWA champions we've had throughout the history of the title.
There's been
Tyrus don't fit.
Too. You've got to think, too, Will. Jeff Jarrett hold it 3 times.
That's
so.
But he better than Tyrus?
I mean, yes. But if you went back and looked at all of them that held it in Impact and things like that.
Plus, he had the guitar.
It's not always been given the prestige it deserves. But this is the first time, talking about this is the first time since he's taken over that I've been like, what is Billy Corgan thinking?
I don't
know. This champion, I don't understand. I've gotten every champion he's had up until this one. Like all
unless unless he's doing this as a one-time thing to get the vets. You didn't see it in him, but I did. Unless you tell me that, and even that's not viable because it's been so long ago. No.
Vince isn't even there anymore.
Nope.
So
nope. Not even there no more. So that's not even viable. So again, I just don't see it. I don't.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. All right, Stacks, what'd you see this week?
Because we're talking about what we don't like. Is that right?
Oh yeah, don't
either
like.
Or.
Yeah. I'm gonna start with don't like. Man, AEW is really killing it with their build up to full gear right now. They're not doing a very good job. I mean,
really?
Saraya and Britt right now are getting more love than any of the 2 women's champions. They're not doing anything to build that up, in my opinion. Where's that at? Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter, how come they're not getting exclusive interviews with Renee Paquette in order to help build that up a little bit? It just goes back to we have too many championships on this show, and so we're going to be watching a 5-hour pay-per-view, and I might care about 3 matches. Let's be honest.
The problem is, the thing about that is too, is with AEW, it could be more like a 6. Like their pay-per-views go on.
Yeah, well, I know that's why I said 5.
Bruh, you better bring you a brown sack lunch or something to drink for them doggone pay-per-views. You gonna be there for a minute.
They're long, but in defense of that,
cheese sandwich that money.
In defense of that, this AEW has done this for a few pay-per-views, and AEW in their 3 years has not done below, in my opinion, strictly my opinion, below a C+, B- pay-per-view.
No, that's fair.
They don't do really bad pay-per-views. And the thing about it is honestly, it goes back to what I was saying, Stacks. I believe that in AEW, the champion makes the title reign. And honestly, I agree with you. They're kind of getting screwed. But the thought, like, it didn't matter who the champions were. When Paige or when Saraya and DMD met up, it was going to overshadow no matter what. Even if they weren't giving them the
exclusive interviews.
Exclusive
Yeah.
interviews, all that.
Right.
And like
Right.
it would still overshadow because Britt has been the face of the women's division this entire time. A lot of people resemble Saraya as Paige as the face of the revolution. So
No,
this
I
match
I
means a lot.
concur.
So I
No,
just
no,
don't believe that you were gonna ever get this to be big. Like, there's just no like the best thing it would have been is DMD had the championship and this been for the
right.
title.
Yeah, and, and in that case, I guess that's kind of what I'm getting at, Josie, is like, when are we building it up wrong? With who's champion right now? I guess is basically what I'm getting at there. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I get it. Those two are big time, and it's going to be a good match. But I'm just saying, like, again, to me, it just goes back to the titles seem meaningless at this point.
I think it also goes back to like what I was saying last week with their titles is in AEW it is much the person has to build up the title reign. They have to make it that things that people want to see. And I do believe people are behind that because I'm excited. I am actually excited for the Tony Storm Hater match. And that's the first women's title match I've been excited about.
I agree. I think I think it'll be good. I do. I think
in a while.
I think it'll be nice.
And in defense of that, they did build it up more on Rampage this week.
Got it. Okay. Well, I guess I didn't watch much Rampage, so.
So there is that.
Fair enough.
But and your go home is this week. AEW is going to tie a bow on a lot of things. Well, not tie a bow.
Stuff.
Not tie a bow, but like prepare the bow. Get it ready.
Prepare the bow for that. For the
to get it ready to be tied this weekend.
That's fair. Are we going to see the Young Bucks at Full Gear? That's my question.
Fully
100%.
From what I hear,
there.
it's going to be them versus Death Triangle for the trios titles, and I think that's why you're getting Dante Martin, Top Flight, which I'm excited about. I am glad that Darius is finally healed again. Hopefully, he can stay healthy this time.
Absolutely.
Because I would love to see Top Flight back as a tag team. I love Dante. I think he is enjoyable, but it makes no sense that you've got Darius, Dante, and AR Fox, who was Swerve's tag team partner in Lucha Underground when he was Killshot.
Yeah.
They're taking on Penta and Death Triangle this week on Dynamite.
Yep.
I just do not. I fully 100, 1,000, 10,000% believe the Elite is going to bust in that match.
No doubt. No doubt.
Before or after, or during, somewhere in there, they're coming.
I agree.
These vignettes, and then this week's vignette gave hint to Full Gear. Like it showed Full Gear little flips. So, yes, I fully believe we see the Elite at Full Gear. And then, since we're on Impact for a second, another big Impact event is coming up. Winter is coming.
Winter's coming is coming. There you
go. December, winter is coming, and that's always a big free TV event for Impact or for AEW. Man, I am got Impact on the brain.
Yeah. No, it's all good. I knew what you meant.
That's a big event for AEW. That's where Sting debuted. Last year it was another big event. So I'm always in, like, who's gonna be the big debut? What's gonna happen? So
who's coming aboard?
Yeah, who's coming aboard? Even though
Absolutely.
I'm definitely getting to a point. AEW needs to slow down. Their roster is super bloated.
Super big. Yep, you've said that for a while now, and I would agree 100%.
Either that or
It's getting like I told you, it's getting like WCW in a sense of you have so many people
there.
Like where's
aren't
Miro?
doing nothing.
Where's Miro right now?
You're paying
Miro.
people to, I mean,
I'm
you're paying
wondering-
people to stay home.
Wondering if Miro is hurt. I really
You think
am.
so? You think so?
I think he might be hurt.
Because I think he should be competing for
world champion, probably
world champion, if not a world champion, at least at least the TNT title.
I mean, he's already had it once, and I didn't like his name.
Or the All Atlantic Championship.
That would be a cool one for him, representing Bulgaria.
All Atlantic Championship.
That'd be a wrestling storyline.
Okay with that. And I don't think him and Orange as a story. I think they had a couple of fights when he was TNT champion. They had some good ones.
I don't get that. Why do they? And I guess it's just me. Why do they have it on Orange right now? I feel like they should be going after the trio titles right now.
And
him and the best friends.
I feel like that will come back around. I think they're doing that to build up the Atlantic. Because Will was talking about how it was getting kind of buried, and it's gotten a lot of forefront here lately with his open challenges.
Yeah, so that's fair.
I think they're just wanting it on TV a little bit. Yeah, and Orange is over. So,
shit. And shit, Josie, we have too many titles. We have too many titles to show, so I get lost.
Orange don't even need his title.
Agree. Well.
He already
and disagree. Yeah. He is so over, but I would love one day to see him as the champion, as this Orange Cassidy, because it would make so many people mad. It would make so many people mad, and it would be so funny. Jim Cornette would have literally have a cornea and shit a brick.
You hate
that dude have a stroke right in his podcast, man.
So like it would be amazing. And I think he might hold it one day. I mean, at least he's not getting the Danhausen treatment.
Yeah, no doubt. Danhausen, that poor fella.
But I mean, Danhausen, I really don't think he minds. I really don't. Because
what about Charlotte's husband? I think he minds though. That's what I'm gonna call him, Charlotte's husband. I think he minds.
Haven't seen him on TV for a few weeks.
Yeah. No, you haven't.
Not even a mention of him.
From what I've heard, I've heard there's something going on. A lot of people don't realize behind the scenes.
I heard he wants to be with his wife, and like it doesn't look like she's ever gonna come over. So.
Lord let her. I'd let her go over there.
I would like to see what she could do outside of WWE as a pro.
I agree. Not with her daddy shadow.
I am not casting. A big.
I mean, that'll always be casting, but no, I'm not either.
She is talented. You can't take that from her, and I would like to see what she could do outside of WWE.
Who you talking about, Charlotte?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's so built up now. She's so built up now, though. It's not like she's starting over anywhere she goes.
Yeah,
because you know who she is.
You could take the 12, 13 title reign. I mean, you take those with you. So,
and that's the thing that makes it bad, because Paige, you can't get an honest reaction to Saturday Night because you already know her as Paige, so you can't get an honest reaction to her. So that's the thing that messes that up. Same thing with Charlotte, same thing with Sasha Banks. None of them are new.
They're all gonna have a past,
they all gonna have a past, and as wrestling fans, we all know it.
But why? Okay, but here's a question for you both: why does past follow female wrestlers more than it does male wrestlers?
I don't know if I'd say that because, I mean, look at Cesaro. Claudio.
I would say that he has done pretty well of separating himself. I mean, he's already held a championship, and like,
Yeah.
I think the reason why it follows the women a little bit more is because they don't have the history a lot of men do.
Men do.
You know,
Yeah, that's
you're
fair.
just now seeing women coming into their own with historic matches.
that's true.
Yep.
You know, you I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember Trish and Lita was the first women's match on Raw.
Yeah.
So
This ain't
main
bra and
event
panty
Raw.
era anymore, you
yeah,
know.
so you know,
Yeah.
Oh, we're
it's
gonna talk
like,
about that.
and how long
Yep.
ago was that? That's something that I remember.
Mid-90s. Yeah, that's
in
not
the
even that.
90s.
Yeah, in the 90s.
Yeah. So, you
Yeah.
know, they haven't been really raised up to the forefront. So what they do
No.
is going to stick out a little bit more because men have more history. But
That's fair.
like I say, it's not like you taking these ladies and throwing them into AEW new or Impact new. They already got history. You already know. Even if you're coming from the Indies, a lot of people already know who Jordan Grace was from what she was doing in the Indies. So, you know,
Fair.
that's the reason why. Love Jordan Grace.
All right. As far as what I saw this week, I didn't see a whole lot that we haven't already talked about. We need to move on because we're already 50 minutes in, and I do want to talk about our main topic. So, all right, let's move on real quick. So
we going to the main topic?
We'll go to the main topic in just a second. I do want to talk about real quick who spotlighted for you this week. Mine was Joe Hendry. Like, I'm a fan. Like, I am liking him. I am enjoying the gimmick. I like the song.
You believe, man.
Joe Hendry.
Yeah. You believe. I like it.
So mine is Joe Hendry, and then I can't steal Stacks, but I have to go to the other side of this of where he's gonna go, and I have to go Trey Miguel. Trey Miguel the kid is good. He tore
the house down on Thursday.
They both did.
They both did.
I mean,
but
super
man,
talented, both of them. Super talented.
Yeah, it was a shame that had to end that way. I kind of wanted to see that end clean, but you know, that's just me from the outside looking in.
Someone interfered in that match, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The bigger African American. I don't remember his name.
Oh, what is his name? Who was it? Kenny King.
Yes.
Kenny King.
Yes.
Yes, Kenny King interfered.
I thought it was kind of crappy that they just automatically moved Trey Miguel to advance him. I found that weird. He advanced in the bracket.
Yeah.
For the title. Well, yeah, but not clean though.
Yeah, but that was done more to make them both look strong.
To make them both look good. That's fair.
They both still look strong. Bailey
did.
Come back for Bailey.
Obviously they're gonna feud now. Bailey
what was Booker's thoughts on it? Will, did you read it?
Yeah, he said, "Oh my goodness!" That's like saying, "Hey, what that happening? It tells you everything you need to know about NWA."
So, all right. So
that
we
tells
know
me everything I need to know.
Was Mike Bailey Stacks?
Absolutely, Mike Bailey. You know what? I gotta go with Austin Theory, man. I'm loving what they're doing with Austin Theory. Like I may be Austin
in the case.
Yeah, you know, and granted, would I like to see him do it for, you know, an actual world championship, whether it be the NXT title or something like that, or maybe a Roman thing. But the explanation seemed fair. I mean, granted, Roman's too big. Like, you know, it's the same thing. It makes perfect sense. And I honestly just kind of like the edge that he has to him. You know, they got rid of the selfie gimmick. He's no longer doing that. He's unhinged right now. He's sadistic and he's out to prove himself. So, he's definitely on my list. I gotta get me some Austin Theory gear because I think it's.
Oh hell no!
Oh hell yes, hell yes,
Hell
bro.
no, man! An Austin Theory
I think
gift. Hell no!
Actually,
hell yes,
you
hell
know what?
yes.
Real quick,
Hell
I'm
to
actually going to ask.
no.
Stacks gave the answer, so it's coming up to Christmas. Who? If you could ask for a shirt from some merch from one wrestler, who would it be? Stacks, yours is Theory.
Yeah, I think so. I'm a Theory guy right now. Yeah,
Morgan, well,
give it
Mr.
to
Morgan. All right, so who were you spotlighting this week, Mr. Morgan?
Does have to be some in ring.
No.
No.
I want to shout out Sasha Banks, and I want to shout her out for one reason. She's filing some trademarks that's not dependent upon her WWE return, and not saying that she ain't got money, but for somebody who left the way she did and not come back to forge her own path into doing other things and making money, I got to give it to her.
What she
Props.
filed trademarks for?
It looks like she filed some possible trademarks. Let me see if I can find it once I just had it up. Okay, it looks like she filed some trademarks with a Toledo-based company incorporated in Delaware about 3 months ago, and it looked like it might be going to might be a new character, so I might stand corrected if she comes back. Might be fun.
Wow.
Well, I was
Okay.
thinking, well, if she could be filing for AEW.
Could be doing that too. Could be doing that too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't, but she could be.
Yeah.
I would.
I mean, if there's
Her and
anywhere,
Oh my God, let's go.
I
Yes,
wouldn't.
please.
if there's anywhere they could strengthen by a couple more signings, the women's division, Sasha Banks would be great. Will,
where you gonna put her? Hey, who you gonna take off? Because now you to the point. Because now you to the point. You gotta
got too
depiss
many.
somebody to
Too many.
put
because
her there. Because that's a lot of women.
Because
Too
they're
many
about
cooks
to,
in the kitchen.
Right.
Because in 2023 they're launching their only female show.
But again, past that one show, is it gonna be a weekly show?
Yes.
Or is this gonna be a one-time thing?
Weekly show. You're
gonna have to. You're gonna have to because that's too many women on the roster and not enough titles. You got two titles.
That's why they're bringing in that, and I think you're going to see more. I think you're finally going to see the women's tag titles because they've been building a women's tag division for a while.
God, I hope they do that better. Well, I mean, granted, Triple H didn't have much to do with it, but I hope they do that better than WWE did, though.
Problem
You got
with
too
WWE
many
is
chicks,
there's
man.
no talent.
You got too many chicks, man.
There is no women in WWE.
You got too many chicks, man.
No, there is. There isn't. You're right, Josie. There isn't.
There isn't enough in WWE. If anybody needs help, it's them.
No. Yeah, for sure.
I still think Sasha could do well and would benefit. Just my opinion, but
yeah, her and Saraya, give me that. I
would take that match all day long.
All day long.
If Saraya is truly healthy, which I still think she's not.
I think she is. I listened to the Ray Paquette podcast, and it really does sound like she is good. And why is it that no one believes her, but everybody believed Edge, everybody believed Daniel Bryan? She went to the same doctors.
But they also came back. But they also showed before their big debut that they could still do it in the ring. It wasn't
she
has
been in the ring. She has shown just like they did.
No, I don't think she's 100%.
I don't see that doesn't seem that I don't.
I don't think she's 100%.
No, give me a Josie, Renee's getting a paycheck now, so what's she supposed to say?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I just don't think she's 100%. You might put her in for a jobber match here and there, and I
get
that.
100%. Daniel Bryan says he's not 100%.
I hope she is. I hope she
is too. I hope she is too. She's a hell of a talent.
But
I just don't like the fact.
We will know in
I just don't like
4
the fact.
days.
I just don't like the fact that you done brought her in with all this hype. She hadn't
done
outside
anything.
of some promos. What has she done?
Anything?
She ain't done nothing. She
I
hasn't
agree.
showed anybody.
She's building a
Yeah.
match. Like,
Me.
she's only been there a month. She's building a match.
I just don't think she's ready.
You can't give me a
You
reason
can't put her in there with a jobber.
Like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't know. They didn't put Edge in with a jobber. They didn't put D-Bry in with a jobber. They didn't put those guys. I don't understand what is the difference there between her and them. It's the same doctor, same injury. She had the same test done. She did all the same things.
I don't think she's ready. I just don't think she's ready.
That
Too many damn promos. Show me, doggone it.
And
without having to pay for it. Show me.
The only difference is Edge popped into a match right away.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Bryan was the
Yeah.
same thing. He did not go into a match for over a month. He debuted at All Out and did not have his first match until Grand Slam.
But you've seen Daniel Bryan at WWE recover, come back. You've seen that with him. I'm just saying, man.
Yep.
Give me a tune-up match with somebody. Something.
No,
Something.
they didn't want to. Her doctor only approved her for one match a month to start off, to go slow, to make sure everything was good. So she's only getting one.
Okay, so she only get one match a month. Okay.
All right.
And she said that on Renee's podcast. The doctor wants to start off with one, and they will go from there and see how it goes. Like, she doesn't need her. The doctor doesn't want her in there taking a bunch of bumps all the time. So it's gonna be a slow build. I mean, we got to give her the benefit of the doubt and look and see how she does with this match with Britt. Because again, you're gonna be in there with someone that it's almost impossible to have a bad match with. So,
boy, I'm gonna tell you, it's cross promotional. I'll put her in there with Mia from the OC. Man, she looked bad on Monday Night Raw.
looking good in
She
Impact.
looked so bad, so bad on Monday Night
I'm
Raw.
so disappointed in Mia. Don't even get me started.
My first thought was I thought of Will's comment last week when I was watching her this week when she was actually in the ring and it was sloppy and she looked slow and now all of a sudden we're gonna throw her in there with that, in that women's match, like.
Don't tell me she had that. And don't tell me she need time. Hey, don't tell me she need time to catch up because she just got from Impact.
Yeah, she's been in Impact.
Yeah,
boy, that's rough. And
it's just disappointing, man.
Yeah, it's sad.
All right,
we're supposed to get hype about. We're supposed to get hype about that match, though, too.
Right, supposed to be hyped up about it.
Supposed to be hyped up, and let's just throw her in there out of nowhere because we don't have any women.
It's out of nowhere.
Yeah, because we don't have any women. Yeah, because we don't have any women.
We got women, so we got to go get somebody who was only in the Mae Young Classic 8 years ago. Let me stop.
I do want to move on.
Child, please.
Because I want to talk about our main topic a little bit, and we're already at an hour. So, all right. So, like I said in the beginning, I've been watching a lot of old Rumbles. I started with like 04 and we're kind of worked up in Manias, and I watched a lot. I've been only watching those pay-per-views, and I watched a few others here and there. I watched like 04 Armageddon, I think, and a lot of the Bischoff era. And I'm telling you guys, I'm really wondering as I'm watching it.
Okay,
Did we watch
okay. This is what I want you to do, Josie. This is what I want you to do before you go anywhere. Before you go further, I want you to take your disdain for Eric Bischoff out of it. Take your disdain for Eric Bischoff out.
Back then, I liked him as an on-screen character. I think Eric was a great heel GM. He was.
I do too.
HLA, baby.
For the time I saw him.
HLA.
Is the I have to bring that up.
HLA.
Like, this is where I'm going. Like, I really believe we watched that with some rose-colored glasses. Like, shut up, dude. It's so, like, cringe. It's so cringe.
Ain't nothing cringe.
Bro.
You just too young to appreciate it. That's all.
No, it's cringe to the
It's not
fact
cringe.
that you took
That was some of the greatest stuff. Because
Well,
you're talking about that. You're talking about like your time at AEW now. You talking about my time in pro wrestling.
Dude,
then.
I watched it
It's
too.
great.
I watched it
great.
too.
It's
it
great.
was mine time too. I
It was
watched
great.
it and enjoyed it. Hang on, let me finish. You're pissing me off.
Boy.
I watched it too and I enjoyed it. But have you went back and watched it since?
Yeah, it's still great.
Yeah,
it's not, dude.
It's great,
cringy.
man. Come on, man.
You take a whole like sexuality and you break it down to just demeaning women and making them make out on TV and like
that was the era though. That was the era though, wasn't it?
I'm not
that was the era. If Lita doesn't do that, she's not what she is today. Because that got her over in the bag.
Hates that.
But it still made her what she was in the bag.
That's fair.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it
did.
It didn't.
Because Lita was already big.
That was that was fantastic. That was look. Everything is not gonna be angelic. Everybody ain't gonna come up with a halo on their head like the Gary Coleman show from back in the 80s. It ain't gonna be nothing like that. It's gonna look back then. It was straight up what it was. Raw was 2 hours, great. WCW Nitro 2 hours, great. You can't beat that. Stuff then I agree. You can't do it now. That leader scene, you can't do it now. But 100%. Back then it was freaking perfect. It was
we have had this discussion before, and you have said that it was cringe. So some of that stuff I didn't like, but the majority of it, hell yeah. I mean, HLA and Braw and Penny matches only really existed for about 2 years.
Don't matter. Don't matter. They were fantastic.
They still
were
exist.
Fantastic. Josie, I get your position because I know where this is coming from. But they were fantastic. They were great. Granted, Sable wasn't the prettiest thing in the world, but that body,
it was what the time needed.
Yes, it's what the time needed to succeed. It's what you needed to do to push those shows along to keep because look at wrestling's demographic back then. Women wasn't watching wrestling as much as men back then. You didn't have to worry about that.
College kids,
college kids was watching it. Men were watching it. They were switching the TV between Monday Night Football and wrestling.
Getting flashed by a lot of titties.
Come on, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. What's wrong with that?
That's what I'm saying. There were still women watching the product then.
Don't matter. It don't matter. They probably like it too.
I get your point, Josie. I mean, in comparison to now, I understand where you're coming from, and
I understand it, but at the same point, it's what the time needed, man. It was the time needed.
I agree with you there. I'm not talking about, but going back and watching it right now, it doesn't hold up. It doesn't.
For me, it does, doggone.
Right, but I think Josie, I think you could say that about a lot of stuff, though.
Yeah,
TV shows.
Well, yes, we discussed that.
Just in
general. I mean, if you go back further than that, if you go back and watch the Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Cup, that holds up today just like it did then. You go back and look at the first War Games, that holds up today like it did then. So you did have a lot of stuff that happened in the past that would more than definitely hold up today. So, I'm just saying.
You're talking is about a match. Almost any match will hold up. I am talking about an entire storyline / gimmick or whatever.
Yeah. Now, all gimmicks were made to last forever. And HLA didn't last forever. Brian Payne matches didn't last forever. But you needed that to push the time through. If you didn't have those, what would you have done to fill that time and keep that crowd entertained? That's another thing you got to look at it too.
Yeah,
you got
absolutely.
You have bigger crowds back then than today.
What else would they have done with the women?
Right.
I am not disagreeing with either of you that for the time it was right.
It was fantastic.
I don't believe that it holds up now. I don't believe that it is this like people say that the storylines and everything back then were better, and
or Val Venus for that matter.
Exactly.
You want to go Venus? Even Val Venus.
Well,
Val
and there's
Venus,
certain
you know what I'm
people
saying?
I
You want to go
believe-
that route?
There are certain people that I believe would have done way better. I have said for years, Dolph Ziggler would have been amazing in the
But
Attitude.
hold on. But hold
Ruthless
on. You
Aggression
can't
era.
blame his failure on Braun painting matches. You can't bring his failure on HLA. That's not on neither one of them matches. That's on that man. That's not that.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying. Because you say that dog, because it's like you're blaming
Yeah, because you're not letting me
what was back
finish.
then for his failure, and that's not
No.
that's fault.
But I think he would have been better because he could have been more like a Val Venus character then.
I got it,
Have
Jersey.
I got
been
you.
more
I got
like
you.
Again, not let me finish, Will. I
I
swear to
got
God,
you.
if I was sitting next to you, I'd smack you. Jesus. Yes, my theory with Ziggler has always been is that he would have done better with more being able to be a little bit more gritty, a little bit more raunchy.
Edgy.
He could
Yeah,
have been.
right.
I have always felt like Ziggler is the reincarnation of Val Venus.
So you
but
think
better.
Ziggler could have been? So you think Ziggler could have been a multiple time world champion?
Yes, in a different era.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
In the right era, Ziggler could have been HBK.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Fair.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
I've always
I
kind of
agree
thought
with that.
that myself, actually. Just.
I agree with
That's
that.
just Ziggler is majorly talented, and
Yeah.
his failure now is somewhat him, somewhat WWE. It's a mixture of both.
It's a combination.
He in the same
It's a
shoes.
combination.
He's in the same shoes as Shelton Benjamin. Have him, have WWE.
Yeah.
Boy, I know this really doesn't amount to much, but I don't know if you call it on Monday Night Raw. That dude doesn't even have his own merch anymore, man. He's wearing the Arcade Bro jackets now. That dude doesn't even have merchandise anymore.
Pretty
I
soon,
don't know, but that match,
soon,
he actually looked pretty damn good in that match.
pretty soon, he
did
gonna come out
look
to
good, though.
pretty soon
Yeah.
he gonna come out to old Candice Michelle's theme song. Watch. Pretty soon he gonna come out to her theme
but-
song.
To be fair, Adolfo, that's what he does, man. He puts people over, and that's
He
exactly
does.
what he did for
He
Austin
does.
Theory on
He
Monday.
does.
Yeah,
really does.
absolutely.
I
But I
always have felt Dolph would have thrived better in a different era,
But there's got to be something there, because if you're gonna push Miz to the moon, and again, Miz is a Hall of Famer in my book.
Yep.
If you push
On the
Miz
mic,
to the
everything.
moon,
Yep.
on a mic and everything that he's
Yep.
done,
Yep.
you can't really say anything bad about Dolph. It's not like it's not like Dolph isn't over. Dolph is over. If you put if you put the world title on Dolph right now, would nobody complain?
Nope.
Would nobody complain if you put the belt on Dolph Ziggler right now
Nope.
and let him have a good run with it?
I was gonna say, I always wish he would have had a fair run, fair
Fair
crack
Yeah,
at it.
yeah.
Fair crack at it. Yeah, fair
Yeah.
crack at it. Yeah, that would be. Yeah.
Agreed.
Would he be solid in AEW or no?
I always now I don't know. Again,
Yeah.
Maybe,
floating. But
maybe.
back we
Maybe.
had this conversation like a year or maybe two ago when I think his contract was up at one point.
Or like at the beginning of AEW, I guess.
He
if
would
it's
have
not
been
current
great
day.
to free reign. But the thing is with his brother there, they'd have ended up making them a tag team.
Yep. Or if you really wanted to get him over, him versus MJF would be perfect.
Oh my God! Yes,
That would be perfect.
Yes.
Him versus MJF, that would be perfect.
Give me freaking heel Ziggler. When he was
it's got to be heel Ziggler though. It's got to be
heel Ziggler.
Yeah.
When he was at heel Ziggler on Twitter, that was gold.
It's got to be heel Ziggler.
Man, from where he came from, though, Spirit Squad and all that.
Oh yeah.
Another match I missed. Another match, and you don't really see him. You never see him anymore. Y'all remember Benoit Booker T Best of 7?
The last one you saw with that was they did it with Sheamus and Cesaro a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
That was a good one. You
Yeah.
do see the best of 7 matches every so often. Every so often.
It's so.
I feel like those are for real. Those are for guys that just go together. like those are for the guys that just have this just amazing chemistry. Because you just mentioned it, Benoit Booker.
Mm-hmm.
Their best of 7 series will probably go down as one of the best of 7 series of all time.
Yep.
Because they just had such amazing chemistry together. The thing about it is Benoit just had great chemistry with people because he could have probably done the same thing with Eddie, probably done the same thing with Ray. And anyway, Sheamus and Cesaro, same thing. The chemistry there is amazing. They just feed off each other so well. So you really just have to have 2 guys that just fit. And then I think Sasha and Charlotte had one, I believe, at one point.
In that NXT pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I mean,
Great
as
chemistry.
much as you may not like both of them, great chemistry.
Well, I love both of those ladies.
Both of
I love both of them.
2, Charlotte and Sasha, they have great chemistry together.
They do. Yeah, they did, for sure.
But all right. So what else? What else? Any hot takes? Anything?
I'm talking about that era cream. Look at all the great promos you got out that era.
I'm not talking about all of it. I am talking about certain aspects of it, and
the sexualization of
women.
Yeah,
and
work for me.
The HLA really bothers me because of HLA. Will, I swear to God, if you don't let me finish the thought, I'm gonna reach.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm getting hyped up again.
My issue with HLA is just equality. The issue of shining a bad light on lesbians in the LGBT community and just all that. Like, it's just, and again, I liked it too back then. I loved it. I enjoyed it. It just, again, it's a different time.
But understand this too. It wasn't brought to the forefront back then like it is now.
No, agreed.
But I see what you're saying with that, and I knew where you were going with it when you mentioned this 100%. From the main topic of the segment. But it's just 100%. The fact that it wasn't called out like that back then. It was more acceptable then than it is now. You couldn't get away with HLA now.
Tattoo made out on stage at the VMAs. Anybody remember that?
Yeah, but you can't get away with that now, though. So, no, you can't get away with that. That thing, boy.
You could almost make you could almost make the argument WWE's went, the opposite of that.
Right. Because you
shying away from.
They definitely have the PG era.
Yeah, you can't get away with that anymore.
Well, I meant, that, and with the fact of I think they've also could do a better job with, transgender and
that's stuff like that.
Stuff.
AEW does a better job with that than they do.
1,000%.
Stuff back then, 1,000%. Man, you can't. You can't even bring the bushwhackers back like they were back then. You can't let nobody here now.
No,
you can't do none of that. All that gotta change. All that's gotta change. I get
the hoe train. Oh my God! You imagine having the hoe train. Boy,
you gonna get every women's right group on your ass if you did that now.
Oh shit!
All of them coming after you, boy.
Man, that's
no more. Susan B. came in promotion for you. That thing would be over.
What are you talking about?
You bring the whole train back now.
You bring the whole train back now.
That thing over.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap, man.
They're getting canceled within 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, that thing over. They're getting the phone call right then. Black the match out. Black the match.
Yep.
That thing done.
I was surprised last week on TV when that chick slapped Nikita's ass.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that was more of a playful deal.
I mean, there was also a flirt to that too. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, because there was a picture that came out on Facebook. Yeah, I saw it. I ain't mad at it.
Oh, that booty.
Hey, doggone! I heard Toxic Attraction is leaving.
Well,
they called it to the main roster.
I figured that's where they were headed when they all got attacked. Mm-hmm. And I thought Mandy lost her title, so I figured that was happening.
Boy, do they need that though for that tag team division on the main roster. They need that though.
Heck yeah. Gigi,
They need
boy.
that.
They mad at Gigi.
Anything else? Any hot takes? Anything that just pissed you off this week as far as wrestling? We didn't talk about. A couple of things we didn't talk about. Fuck, we missed the big one we wanted to talk about.
It's all good.
John Cena. Okay, so saw Stacks sent a TikTok to us,
Absolutely.
and there was rumor about a possible John Cena match at Mania.
Yep.
And there was rumor about a couple of other matches for a couple of other retired WWE superstars. One of those is Stone Cold Steve Austin. And a guy came out saying that of the list of people there are to face Cena, and there are a few, and the person I'm thinking about is not on the list, but Stone Cold would be his top because, I mean, two faces of their era. They've never faced off.
It's LeBron versus Jordan.
You had LeBron versus Kobe.
Yep.
With John Cena versus The Rock.
Trump versus Obama.
Yep.
You had to bring him up. He basically announced he's running again today.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Marquise Pouncey of the Steelers, apparently he's pro.
I know.
That's sad.
I'm sorry, Will. I just don't understand how people of your race can support that man.
Not me.
I said the same thing. I said the same thing about LGBTQ community. Like, I don't understand how people that are in that community can support that man either.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Never in a day will I support that man.
But
anyway,
not the show for it. Shit, what was I talking about?
Of those wrestlers,
who was
Cold is the best one.
Now you said there was somebody that you had in mind.
So the guy listed.
Yep.
He listed Edge, Gunther, Riddle. Was Riddle one of them?
I believe so. Yeah.
And someone else. And I can't think of him. And out of those, he said Edge would be his top, but only if it was Edge's retirement match. Because of the feuds those two had together. Would make a lot of sense.
Yes.
If it's, and this, now that I think about it that way, this one is kind of the same level. There has been rumor coming specifically from him himself that Kurt Angle wants one more match, a real retirement match, his match. And if you can't get Edge Cena, if Edge isn't ready to officially retire, like truly retire, I would love to see Cena Angle because they had some amazing matches.
They did, man.
I did not
his
like
career.
Baron Corbin retired him at all.
No.
At all.
We already know who I think should retire him, but I agree. As far as a match in the ring, I think that'd be a good one just based off the history.
Who's your person again, Josie?
Mine's Angle.
Kurt Angle. Yep.
If he's wanting to come back for a real retirement match and wipe that Baron Corbin thing off the freaking slate because it should have never happened.
Nope.
God, please take JBL off television, man.
Oh my God, them gambling was so bad.
Come on, Triple H. Be better. Do better. Be better.
So yeah, that would be mine. Is Angle or Edge? I could get behind Angle, Edge, or Stone Cold. Those would be my three. I don't think Cena needs to come in and have a match with an up-and-comer or anybody like that. Like, his Mania match at this point needs to be like a highlight reel match, a legend versus legend match, highlighting his career and an opponent he had great matches with, and that would be Angle or Edge.
Absolutely.
I don't see what Gunther gains from a match with Cena.
Guess he ain't going over.
Yeah. I mean, even if he did, I still don't see it's going to give him a lot of
pull. Yeah.
Yep.
John Cena doesn't hold that same weight in the locker room to give him that bump.
Nope.
I also heard today that if Vince was still running, of course it's all rumor, but I heard that if Vince was still running WWE after the 4th of July pay-per-view, Gunther would have been put back on NXT. So they were going to try and bury him. So
just another big man.
Yep.
Well, and God, the announcement is that the investigation is clear and Vince could come back if he wanted.
This ain't coming back.
They need to keep that man far away from that.
This ain't coming back. This ain't coming back unless you bring back.
Cancel my Peacock.
This ain't coming back unless you bring back superstars. Him and Jesse Ventura can run it. Other than that, that's it.
He needs to stay far away from.
Stay far away. Don't come back.
Yep, stay far away and take Jeff Jarrett off my television screen as well.
Don't do that to Jeff Jarrett.
I mean, we'll
Yep.
see where this storyline with him.
Come on,
I
man,
like
take-
him and Jay Lethal together.
I
guarantee you,
double T.
a lot
Yep,
of this
Jay,
coming in was their best friends in real life. Like, they're really good friends. So I want to see where it goes. I will always, even in WWE, you got to see where things play out. Like, just never know where things. We were shitting on Judgment Day not 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Yep. And now it's the
best
things on Raw.
Dominic Mysterio, ladies and gentlemen. Dominic Mysterio is coming into his motherfucking own.
If you
He
think
has
so.
been so good. He was so
I need to
good.
see a little bit more.
I need to see more.
He's getting there. He's getting there, but I need to see a little bit more.
There's a
I
rumor
agree.
out there
I
saying he's
agree.
dating.
But
There's a
he had a
rumor out
good-
there saying he's dating Rhea Ripley for real. I said, hold up now.
Rhea is,
What?
I thought Rhea was actually.
I thought she was.
I thought she was with old boy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did too, because I saw something when they were on
Buddy
Twitch
Murphy.
and she was with somebody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Buddy Murphy.
I saw that story on Facebook today. Are they really dating?
Yeah.
What?
I don't believe that.
No.
There's always
Ooh.
remember there was that with Otis and Mandy Rose too. There's
That's true.
still that with Otis and Mandy Rose.
Triple
You
H
know,
and
Mandy
China.
Rose engaged to
yeah,
be
you
married.
know.
Well, Triple H in China was real.
I know. Oh, yes, I know.
Triple H
I was giving you a real example.
cheat on China with Stephanie. Like that's real.
Yep, that was real. Boy, you want to talk about some of the best television? That drive-through wedding? Oh,
Yes, sir.
I wasn't even that old, but man, that was some good stuff.
Yes. Yes.
See, that's some of my rewatch. I remember like some of the first stuff I watched, and that was like 02, coming out of the first ever draft. I remember that. I remember vividly when Bischoff debuted because I had no idea who the motherfucker was. I had no idea who he was. So I had not watched any NWO.
Yeah, I didn't either.
So,
that and well, granted, it was a little bit later, but John Cena getting drafted to Raw, that was huge. That was in St. Louis. That was big time.
Yeah. And don't forget the Booker T Stone Cold grocery store battle.
That was one of my gifts earlier tonight, Will, when he was in the middle of the ring making the contract signing all about him and shucky ducky quack quack bullshit.
Shucky ducky quack quack. Shucky ducky quack quack.
You can shucky ducky quack quack your ass. Oh,
Five times.
Booker.
that was the only
champion.
catchphrase he didn't get out tonight.
Yeah, he got out everything else. Of course, you couldn't understand half of it because he was talking 100 miles an hour. Swear to God, he was selling cattle tonight.
It is really that it's Don West syndrome. It's Don West syndrome. And do you remember Don West Stacks? Did you watch that?
No.
Impact.
Don West, no.
For, oh my gosh, a while on Impact. And he always was, everything was, oh my God, it's just Don West. And like, that's Booker's problem is
It's
always
too much of
on
that.
level 7, 8, 9.
Try like 12.
So, man, yeah. All right, guys. Anything
Anyway.
else?
No,
I don't have anything else. I'm good.
No. Full gear though, right?
Full gear this Saturday.
This
Are y'all
Saturday?
gonna get together? Are y'all gonna Will Stacks? Y'all gonna have a show on Tuesday? Y'all gonna get together and talk? Or
More than likely not, unless
Yeah.
we see something.
Yeah.
If we see
it's up to
something,
Will.
Stacks,
Yeah, I
then
don't
we can
care.
definitely go.
Cool.
If we see
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
or
let's do
something
that.
happens,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
Thanksgiving week,
Yeah.
98% no show, unless
Cool.
something amazing
Unless
happens.
something really happens, yeah.
If
Something's
something
gotta
absolutely
happen.
amazing happens, I might pop up.
Yeah, if
because
something really
my
happens,
kid
yeah,
will
let's
be in
do it.
bed. So.
Rhea's pregnant with Dominic's baby. Then we're going.
Or if there's some amazing debut, yeah, then yeah.
Absolutely.
Sasha Banks debuts. Now that Will's got me thinking about that, with new trademarks and shit. What were the names that she trademarked, Will?
It didn't state.
It didn't state.
Yeah, in that story, it didn't state.
All right, guys. Well, okay. So if nothing amazing happens in the next week, we will see y'all in 2 weeks.
Are
Make
we
sure-
going the week of Thanksgiving or no?
That it. Next week is the week of Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's next week. Oh shit,
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
my days all mixed up.
Yeah,
I'm all screwed up. Cool.
So yeah, we're out there. Then we will be back the first week of December. So make sure y'all catch us in. And
Absolutely.
I know Will, Dan, and Seven are still getting together for Sports Report next week. So make sure you check that out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. Anything else?
I ain't got nothing.
Have a good holiday and enjoy time with your daughter Josie and Will. Whatever you do, enjoy it.
Happy Thanksgiving to you all.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Asian chicks as we speak.
And on that note, y'all have a good night.
You as well.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go.